All right, we're just going to do a quick rundown of the different types of rules that we talked about with each of these segments and circles. Okay, here's a quick rundown if I can get the paper right. Remember, with chords, if they're chords, it's piece times piece equals piece times piece. That's for chords. Piece times piece equals piece times piece. So if I've got a chord and I've got another chord and they're intersecting, here would be your example. Say that's 5 and that's 4 and that's 10 and that's 2. 5 times 4 equals 10 times 2. That's just an example. So that's for chords. Piece times piece equals piece times piece. All right, for secants. If we look at secants, remember what secants are. Secants are whole times outside. So if I have secants, anytime I have a secant and a secant, okay, I'm going to actually make these, I'm going to truncate these a little bit. I'm just going to ignore this piece and I'm just going to look at the chord part and the external part. When you have secants, whole times outside equals whole times outside. So for example, if this was X and this was 24 and this was Y and this was 18, then the way you would set it up for whole times outside is X times the whole thing, which is X plus 24, equals the outside, which is Y, times the whole thing, which is Y plus 18. That's just an example. That's how you would set up secants. So chord, piece times piece times piece times piece equals piece times piece. Secants, whole times outside equals whole times outside. And then let's go to the last one. We're going to compare tangents and secants. Tangents and secants, tangents and secants. So if I were to have a picture that looked like this, and I've got a tangent right here, and I have a secant coming from the same point, I've got my tangent and secant, then for the tangent, tangent squared equals whole times outside. And I can hear my kids arguing. Oh my God, they never get along, I swear. They do sometimes. So let's say my tangent is 15 and my secant is X and this is 11. The way I would set this up is the tangent is squared, and again it's because they're coming from the same point, equals the whole times the outside. Well, what's the outside? X, and what's the whole? X plus 11. So you would set that up, and that's how you do tangent and secant. So remember, chord is piece times piece. Secant is whole times outside. Tangents are squared, secants whole times outside.